Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and today we have a special guest, Meenakshi Ravi, who is Mrs. Elite Texas Universe. We're going to talk to her and find out, what her title means and her journey in obtaining this particular title. Meenakshi, welcome to Triple N Media.
Thank you so much.
We're delighted to have you, and just give a little bit introduction about yourself.
You really gave a good introduction. Thank you so much for having me in the show. I'm really excited to be part of this because I really wanted to speak from the bottom of my heart, what I feel, what does my journey look like, and even if it inspires a single person, and I feel that that's the goal of this whole interview is about. To talk about myself, yes, you all can call me as Meena. Sometimes Meenakshi is a little difficult for Americans, so I always make it simple for them. I'm your Mrs. Elite Texas Universe 2025. A little background, I'm from IT industry and I'm been working as a software program manager in cloud technologies for more than a decade. I have worked with renowned clients like Microsoft and then PwC, HP, all the client partners, Morgan Stanley, so completely on migrating of data into the cloud platforms. With this challenging environment, how to Mrs. Elite Texas Universe, right? So there's no connection between cloud platform and here. Yeah, I'm sure you will have precise questions on that, but I'm a mother of two boys. One is 8-year-old, another is 21 months. He's going to be turning 2 in September. I have plans for him, and my husband works in software industry too. So basically, we both from IT, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's fascinating. So how did you get started in the fashion and competitions and all this?
So it was just an accident, but the passion for this was always been there with me. Like, even before marriage, like I believe in 20s or something, as soon as my first job, I got an offer to work as a video jockey for Sun TV. I'm not sure how many people are aware. In Southside, definitely they know it's a famous channel network. And I used to host 7 to 8 a.m. morning shows. And because of my enthusiasm and something or the other I do different, I go out of the box because the show's about just to show the picture of the kid or anybody and do a birthday wish, and then you talk about something then and they play a song. So that's the way they launched the music program, 24 hours music channel. So they wanted to do something like that, and then I used to dance, I used to do a co-anchor, hey, can you do this? So I make it entertain. Always the entertainment was part of my blood. And then I participated in Miss Chennai pageant. That was my first pageant. Nobody knows. I never told about this. So video jockey, yes, I was doing a successful video jockey for a year. I did 100 shows. And then after that, alliance and things like that, typical family to get settled and everything, I stopped for a while, and then I got married and I moved to US. But then the pageant, yes, I do remember, and Miss Chennai was the first thing. I was so much excited. I was preliminary, I got selected, and there were a couple of rounds. Talent round, I sang a song, some Tamil song I did, and then I got selected for that too. And dance competition, I got selected. I got dropped in salsa. I don't know, like I really did good. So I don't know what went wrong. They were like 30 people, and then he's a famous salsa dancer, and I was just monitoring, and then he was like, out. I'm like, oh, am I out? Oh my God, so soon. But it was good experience. So I didn't take it like, oh my God, I didn't make it, but I really loved it. That was my first pageant.
That's fascinating. So you're multi-talented.
Thank you.
Music, art, dance.
Yes. I teach dance actually to my community people, non-profit. Every Diwali, all the functions.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, that's fascinating. Yes. Tell us about this Texas Universe contest, where it was held, and and how you were selected, and what does that title, Mrs. Elite Texas Universe, stand for?
Yes. So actually, my first pageant in US was for Mrs. Texas. So the traditional Mrs. Texas that was handled by 2024 Oklahoma and Texas pageant. So where they represent for the Mrs. America. So the winner used to go to Mrs. America, and I was holding Mrs. Southeast Texas title at that point of time for the 2024, and that was in May, and that was the first application I went through, and all went good, and that was my first American pageant. So it was like quite interesting to see the platform, because pageant itself was new in US. I don't know how they organized it here, so it was a beautiful experience. and I was prepping up myself a lot more. Like I was making it very serious. I was having a coach. I used to travel from here to 1 hour from here. I forgot the place. But yeah, there was no pageant coach. So I found out from the internet, and then she's Michelle. So I really had a great time. She taught me in and out, like pose and how to walk and things. That was my first inspiration. And then this Mrs. Texas Universe competition happened by my dream organization by Rashmiji and Janakji. I was so much interested into it because with Mrs. Southeast Texas, definitely I was doing a lot, like meaning like I promoted like around 30 businesses in 2 months time frame. I got Mrs. Texas Community Award, Brand Ambassador Award and Social Media Award because I was selected for the top fans, you know, for the voting contest and things like that. So it was fun. But then with the Texas Universe, why I have to go through immediately, right? Within 2 months I have to do it. I felt somewhere like, you know, again Southeast, right? I wanted to come somewhere connected Texas, right? Overall, because I'm a dedicated person, Texan, I would say, from because I settled here and I have that love for Texas, and I wanted to make it not just one portion. Overall, right? So I wanted to represent, like people can be able to relate to that, and probably I thought that would be the platform, and well, it was well perceived, and I gave my best shot there, and they do have the Texan route. I still remember that was the amazing one, yeah. And then what the title means to me, only one thing, like what do you do with the platform, regardless of any title. Even if I'm not with any title, I would be still doing what I'm doing today. So this title is just a tool, a weapon for me to take the platform to the next level. I can influence many influential individuals. I will be able to reach. That's the only key for this. But otherwise, what I'm doing, I would be pursuing right now.
Oh, I see. So, what are some of the things that you learned going through these past couple of pageants?
When people say pageant, it becomes like very confined portion. Like the people say, oh, it's only for beauty contest. Like, am I looking beauty? The very first thing, even today, like I was reaching out to a few of my community friends. I want to bring all my community friends to the pageant. It's not just me promoting or me coming, and I want my entire community at the back. Like, you know, come walk with me. Like, see what it is. Like, experience for yourself. But the very first answer came in the text message is, no, I have to lose my weight. Like, you know, I'm not there. I'm not ready yet. No, because even I was not ready there yet, because I don't care. Like, you know, who are they to judge? It's not about that, because it's about the mindset. I really want people to come out of that. It's not about judging your physical appearance and somebody scoring about that. No. It's about your personality, how you take your personality into the platform, how good you are, how confident you are. You can be curvy, you can be this size, disregardless of your caste, creed, color, how you look. It is about your confidence. I can tell you, like, people who dress very nice and oh my god, gorgeous, but if they feel low, that's it. You can't, like, they will not stand out. But again, if you are even low, like with your makeup, you're not dressed properly, but if you're confident, like you're really looking amazing, you will pass on that same vibe to the people next to you. They will feel it.
It's fascinating. I was watching a music contest in India, and one of the judges said confidence accounts for more than 50% of your talent when you're singing. If you don't have confidence, you can forget it. You're just not going to connect with the audience.
That is true, sir, because your body language, when people talk, like, you know, why they say visuals reaches more than the way you talk, right? So the visuals represent your confidence, your body language. Well, that's why in the interview personality, even you might be very talented in, like, you can write 1,000 lines of code in few minutes, but what you represent in one-on-one with the person, how confident you can tell them, like, hey, I can do this job, is what is going to give you the job. It's not about 1,000 lines of code.
I wrote a book on communication skills, and they said that 70% of the communication is through body language.
Correct.
And the words just really make a very small percentage, and actually the pauses are more important than the words.
Correct, exactly.
What would you do something differently after going through these two pageants, so that the young ladies who are aspiring to get into one of these contests?
What would I do differently? Yes, I was actually teaching dance, like, you know, for all my community women's, like every event I go and organize, like I have 6, 7, 8 girls with my group, like I used to do the programs with them. So what I would do differently, it's I would just continue what I was doing. Like for instance, teaching dance to my community people. I organize events, dance events, make sure that they have a platform. They come and enjoy because they're all homemakers, just like me, like who just take care of the family and things. This is where like they come up with their passion. Because they are amazing dancers and they can do a lot more beyond that. Inspiring to continue with them to do this the stage programs and things like that. And I would end up continuing my community service also, where I'm associated with slef-help, where there are many like unreserved children across the Sci-Fi district, where I'm actually hosting some programs with them, like I'm going to involve in mentoring programs like throughout the school year. Frequently, like every week I'm being assigned for that, so I'm looking forward for all those initiatives which I'll be doing.
That's fascinating. I mean, how do you juggle all these things, being a mom, being a professional, IT professional, and dance and music, and also taking part in all these contests and community services?
Yeah, that's a lot actually. Definitely yes, but always I think like it comes organically for me. If you ask me, I'm not complaining. For instance, I feel so happy. Like how many people can tell, hey, I'm busy, like I have a busy life, right?
Yeah.
Rather because they say like, idle mind is a devil's paradise. I don't want to be in that part. Like that's a killing one, right? Rather I can say like, hey, I have 1,000 jobs and I don't have time to. I would be proud to say that. Eventually, because of my passion, because of the love what I do, I'm not actually able to analyze how much I'm putting hard work there. I'm doing a lot, but it's not registering in my mind. Hey, like because including the driving, the commute, and the effort you put and everything, right? Like I have a small baby, like all these things. So it's just the time. That's why I'm a manager too, right? I need to manage that 24-hour schedule ahead of time. Like okay, this, I can give up this one, I cannot give up that one. I prioritize, and then I complete that. And for the weekly, I make sure all my deliverables, work deliverables, and including from my family, because one day even weekends I go for the community work. So if I'm not able to spend the first half, I make sure the second half I'm being with them, I'm doing something with them, or I allocate the complete vacation time for the year, which I've already planned for this year also. So yeah, I just manage.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's talk about, when we are in front of people in public view, we have to have some presence and we have to have some physical fitness. So what are your steps to maintaining physical fitness and having the presence in front of the audience or on the stage?
Okay.
I mean, these are all like tips that would be useful for the aspiring people who want to be in the on the stage in front of the limelight.
Definitely. So two things I would like to address. One is the physical health, right? So when you say physical health, because I really wanted to make sure that you are following a healthy routine, right? Rather not going for a drastic change, because those kind of changes, you would have heard people like, hey, I did intense workout, like, like a couple 2 months, and then after that, I don't know what happened, I doubled the weight, like, what's going on? Because after that, because it's a discipline. It is not about what you eat, it's about bringing disciplinary in your life. So you can do a gradual graph, right? Like how much you can cut off. Like, for instance, if you're a person who eat 3-4 snacks in a day, cutting off all the snacks in a day, it's a great step. Like don't think about like cutting the calories or the food items. Eventually, you know where you're dropping off the ball, and then draw the graph, and then you know where to work it out, where to eliminate those parts and make it in a gradual one. That will help in a long run. And what I do, like I do intense workout, like meaning like 30 minutes, I work with the Orange Theory. So we have trainers there. 30 minutes is cardio, because I have to do treadmill, otherwise I can't sleep. So treadmill, so that one, and the other 30 minutes is weights, because you need to do weights, like you need to tone up, like your body, like after a certain age, it becomes flabby, like, it's not about, sometimes I see people, they just do cardio, but they don't tone up. Like what is the point if you're losing the weight and your muscles are just shacking, right? It doesn't look good. So you need to tone up your body as you're losing the weight. You need to add any kind of exercises that your instructor might tell you based on your body type. So that one I would give an advice. And also intermittent fasting. From my postpartum pregnancy weight, I did a lot because of the intermittent, but now I'm doing very gradually. 7 o'clock disciplined dinner, so don't eat after that, and then don't eat munch. Sometimes people eat like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, so I don't do that, cut off, right? So what happens is, and then I give a long break, like meaning from 7 p.m. evening and all the way till the morning. So I used to skip breakfast, but I know it's not good because of intermittent fasting. I take like 1 o'clock or lunch or whatever. What happens is the body feels hungry, right? So it tends to eat the body fat because it needs food. But if you realize, like, you will not feel hungry after some point of time because it's satisfied with your body fat. So that's how it burns it. So that is another tip. Drink a lot of water. That helps in oxidizing your skin tone. And how to appeal in the any places you go, I would say understand your body type. First of all, I see people, they don't understand, like you might be like XL size, double XL, triple XL, it's fine. Understand what looks good on you or what you can't wear, right? And so, and something like another point is, if you like it, go for it, because sometimes people oh, what that person will think, I don't know, like she might think something bad about this hairstyle. No, I never put myself. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? That's all you need.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Okay, let's talk about you talked about dance, music, kids, IT professionals. Have you done anything else besides these activities? Have you acted in a movie or anything like that?
Not movie, like I've done some modeling prints and everything, like for the corporate ones. So, and a few of the projects are coming down the pipeline, and I'm going for a full-fledged. This fall is going to be busy. Like I'm doing all the fashion weeks, New York, Vegas, LA, and London also I've committed. So, and then I'm doing an Amazon reality Prime show also this year. So apart from that, I will be participating in the nationals to represent the Texas universe. These are my projects for this year. Beyond this, yeah, my work is also there. So I need to do some certifications. And every year I make a point, I do something. So this year I have also planned for some courses to be enrolled.
So where is the Mrs. Universe final pageant is going to be?
Yeah, they have decided somewhere in December. The date has not been disclosed yet. It's going to be in New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yes.
Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, let's talk about your community involvement. What kind of community involvement have you done, and what kind of community involvement you envision in the future to uplift the community?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for this question, lovely question, because I was really looking forward for something like this. I'm connected with many organizations. I feel so happy. Like even last week, some new organization, they pinged me, like they said, hey, we are doing some, for the bullying, they are planning to do some like parade or something, and they invited me. Like I was so happy because like, people, I said like definitely I'll make it. So this is what I wanted to do it, right? I am currently associated with Hoodies for Healing. So that organization offers food every Sunday in 2001 Commerce Street. They provide food to the homeless people. So it's amazing. Like you can either subscribe like $10 a month, so it goes sponsorship, or you just buy a t-shirt, so you're getting something in return, right? So if you buy a t-shirt, it's $20, that goes automatically to their charity. Another way to celebrate it is like you don't have to do monthly. Please do it on a special occasion, your birthday or your annual wedding anniversary or anything. Like you feel good, like you're getting blessings, wishes from all the homeless people over there. Just go and take a look at it. I'm sure like you'll come with a heavy hearted. So that is one. Another one is Sci-Hope. Sci-Hope is my child. Whenever I see, I tell about the name, I get goosebumps because they have seen my journey, they've seen my growth, I have grown with them, and it's about the kids. It's about the underserved kids across the Sci-Fi district, and it is doing a lot more for the kids, like backpacks and providing the foods, or like providing the mentors and then volunteers to teach them, coach the sports and everything. In fact, they opened the new baseball field for the kids, right? How cool. They have their own field to promote sports. The reason I get emotional when it connects with kids is because I was brought up from a middle class family. So like I was just doing like I was actually not doing any schoolings that time, and a sister convent school program, they reached out to me to offer the help. So that's where I was able to be where I am here, right? Because education is more important. So I really feel that what I got, I really wanted to pass on to like some kids who can get benefit out of it. So that's why like I'm connected with this children association. In fact, I launched a summer bonanza program. I wanted to make it bigger. It's an yearly program like where I wanted to call all the kids, not just the Cypher kids. I'll extend it for sure. Like as I said, to get sponsorship. This year I sponsor, providing some school supplies, some treats, and make them do some craft work. So like enjoying the summer before back to school. So some kind of special memories event. And also I'm associated with a couple of other like Rosenberg Helping Hands that does also provide like food and things like that. And I'm a community leader in Cypher Houston Commerce Chamber.
That's fascinating. So let's talk about some of the challenges you have faced in this journey.
Including the time, how do I manage, because sometimes it's really breathtaking, like I have time for this, that. So I really wanted to do a proper scheduling for maybe like a monthly program I'm planning, like not just on, so that I know exactly what I'm involved with, so how I can cater the other services involved with me. Definitely that is one of the challenge. And second is family time. I'm really missing because working moms already they have complaints like they cannot spend much time. When I'm involved with all these things, I really feel like whenever I touch my baby, I feel like, oh my god, like it's just I'm not letting it out. But even my parents are here from India, and then my father literally asked me last weekend, like, are you going both the days out? I felt so bad, like I said, Dad, it's okay, like that's why we are going for vacation, because that lingered in my mind for a while when I was driving. Because they've come all the way there, what am I doing? Like, but this is more important. This is where my passion is, right? So I'm trying to balance that. Emotionally, I have to tackle my whole family also. My husband is a great support. Because of that, I am here. Like, hats off to him. Because he will come and give me tips. Hey, what are you talking? Like, what is your presentation is going to be? Like, what is your preparation? Like, because in fact, like I was planning for a virtual class. I was really tired. And he said, no, go in person. Like, you can do better. Like for the coaching, so pageant coaching. So yeah, he's everything. There are challenges, but definitely when you see the outcome, when you see the happiness in people, that I am doing something, that gives me push. Okay, I need to go forward.
That's fascinating. So let's look in the crystal ball 5-10 years from now, and what do you envision there?
My graph within 2 months is definitely, I would be proud enough like where I am right now, how many organizations I've reached out and how I am able to serve the people. But definitely this is what I'm going to be aiming for in 5 years, 10 years with this platform. How far I'm able to serve the community is going to be my goal. That's it, pretty much it. Rest all, I will be lingering around it, even like without the pageant, even if I win the nationals, if I don't win the nationals, it doesn't matter. Because forever what is going to stand is, oh, that girl helped me in this part. 10, 15 people and multiplies 100, 200, and that is where like my vision is all about.
Do you have any particular area in which you want to spend a lot of your time, like people go for women's empowerment or children or health or things like that?
Yeah, there are two different realms I'm really thinking about. One is definitely women empowerment, because I am really being a woman, what I have gone through and where I know exactly, it's not easy, like, even this platform, there are certain areas where you'll get ashamed, you'll get embarrassment, and they are disrespectful areas where like, because not just this field, even in IT field or any field, you continuously do what you are, you will eventually influence the people. You will influence the people who have opposite mind setup or just against you. They will, because you're just not doing for them, you're just doing for you. Eventually they'll understand that. They will. That's the key. I really wanted to make sure. I wanted to bring, like I mentioned, my community people outside the spectrum, because this pageant has done a lot for me. I thought I'm groomed, like I thought I have a great personality, but trust me, like the journey for the pageant, like how do you answer, my perception of looking at the community has changed. Honestly speaking, mind setup has changed, like how you tackle with people, like how you solve the issues, how you see something with the social awareness. So all those things have changed. I really feel like for those kind of personality groom up, definitely you need to experience a pageant at least once in your life. It's not about the crown, it's about for your own self-discovery. So I will definitely ask all the women to come up. Yeah, women empowerment is one, and definitely children, anything associated with children, yes, my heart and soul.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. My special guest has been Meenakshi Ravi, who is Mrs. Elite Texas Universe, and she will be entering the World, is it a world pageant?
No, it's a national pageant.
National
It's a
pageant?
national pageant.
In December, you said?
Yes, December in New Jersey.
So, thank you so much for coming on Triple N Media and sharing your wonderful journey and your thoughts and some suggestions for the aspiring people who want to get into the contests and things like that. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next presentation.